It's your boy Raven, and I wanted to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing me the support when I'm kind of experimenting with the channel a little bit, where some days I will do presentations on tabletop role-playing games, because I am certain some of you who are just here for the tarot are tired as hell of hearing me talk about them. So I started making videos where I do talk about them. And those are for my tabletop RPG crowd. Now, if you're here for both, you love both, great. I certainly appreciate it. Thank you also for this past week for your birthday well wishes and all the happy birthdays and things like that. And for the gifts that you have given the tribe during this last live stream, we deeply appreciate it. We got 2 subscribers to our Patreon. We had some money donated to the Ko-Fi coffee, I don't know how to pronounce it, page, and until someone educates me otherwise, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to also say I'm certain some of you had a little bit of a shock today. If you weren't following me on social media, then you wouldn't have gotten this little message kind of late last night. But the new music that you heard is by none other than this band, Darkrune. And yes, this is a cassette tape. Their Bandcamp is linked in the description below. You can purchase this tape for $10, or you can purchase the album digitally, which is 9 songs, for $3. This is classified as Dungeon Synth, so it will be at the start and finish of all videos moving forward, and I'd like to personally thank Darkrune for allowing me to use their music on this channel. It means a hell of a lot to me, and this album, Book of the Black Rose, is the companion album to the Chronicles of Iris by Greg Lambert, and the follow-up, which the physical copy just arrived this Saturday, The Chronicles of Iris, The Doom That Came to Astrius. I will actually be doing full reviews on those. I will be giving you my opinions. I can tell you right now, just from having skimmed the physical copy of The Doom That Came to Astrius, it's a beautiful, gorgeous book. So is The Chronicles of Iris. I have actually read through them in PDF, and I can already kind of tell you, no surprise, I'd highly recommend both. One will be for one group of players, one will be for another, but if you enjoy both of these kinds of sort of little niches in the genre, you are going to love both. I would recommend getting them both. That's the spoiler alert on those. Alright. So, Moonology Monday. Already. Back to the grind for me. My vacation is now over. I'm going to start scheduling review videos, and we're going to talk about, in tabletop RPG circles, what we love. If we have a problem, we have something we don't love, we're going to find solutions. Okay, that's how it works. So, let's just go ahead and do a 4-phase reading today. It's just like the 3-card reading. The difference is, we're going to be talking about... We're going to be talking about it in phases, really. Kind of going around. But we're going to go around clockwise today. Alright. So just what do we need to know? We're in a first quarter moon, which means manifestation, that kind of thing. If you're currently doing that, great. I hope you're keeping track of these moon cycles so you know when to do what. If you haven't started, now is a good time. It's never too late. You're perfectly fine up until the half moon, leading into the full. So you got plenty of time to really sit down and think of what you want to manifest in your life and get that done. And for those kinds of little rituals and whatnot, I recommend Yasmin Boland's book Moonology. She's also the one who created these decks, the Moonology Manifestations and the Moonology deck. So, here we go. Are you ready? I know I am. Let's start with you, right here at the new moon. You got a new moon in Taurus. You know, we were talking about knowing your worth, singing your song, You know, getting it done, just not being afraid of it anymore, whatever that is. And that's exactly what this is telling you. Know your worth. Know what your true value is. So let's talk about that for just a second. Know your value. Not your. Let's forget what you're worth, because we all think we know what we're worth. Know what your value is. So when you look at it, when you give yourself an honest assessment, are you really worth, what you think you are? Write down what you think you're worth, and now really examine it. Do you do what's necessary to meet that criteria? And if the answer is no, well then maybe you're not quite worth that just yet. But really examine where you're at. What is your value? And how can you add to that? Because you can always add to it. Just because you're not worth millions today doesn't mean you won't be tomorrow. Now, by tomorrow I mean down the road. Unless you hit the lottery or something like that. I'm not going to do that because I don't really play. But you get what I'm saying. Know what your value is, and then continue to add to that as much as you can, because that is going to take you farther. That's your chariot right there. The more value you add, the more powerful parts you put under the hood and under the chassis of the car, the faster it will move, the faster it will get you there, the more powerful it will become. You see what I'm saying? Also, take away anything that could be decreasing your value. Take that good hard look in the mirror. Look who decided to join us today. There you go. Alright. So, next phase of the moon, we've got this sort of first quarter full moon here. And we got a last quarter moon in Sagittarius. This is practicing gratitude. I thank all of you every day. I thank all of you for being here. I thank all of you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and all that good stuff. That's what this card means. Anytime someone does something for you, thank them. Anytime you do something for someone else, thank them. I know that sounds weird. When you do something for someone else, just find a really good quality about them. Find something really great about them. Personally, I'd like to thank Dave Nighthawk for drawing attention to this channel. I'm serious. Because he did. He could have just ignored what I had to say, which was a criticism of his take on old school gaming. It was hard. It was harsh. I'm not going to lie. It was harsh on his take. And I think he took it a little personally, but he did still draw some attention toward the channel. Alright, so I thank him for that. Also, it helped me realize that maybe we should focus on what we love and not so much what we don't. Because nothing pisses off the tyrants like doing what you do best, doing what you love most, and giving no regard to them at all. So let's go up to this full moon phase here and see what we got. We got a last quarter moon in Capricorn. This is leaving the past behind. Whatever you might have done, whatever might have happened to you, it's over. Let it go. It's time. Because when you know your value, when you're practicing that gratitude, when you're showing that, it's so much easier to leave the past behind. Because others will leave it behind too. When you leave it behind, others will. Because they'll be like, hey, remember when, this person was like this? Now, no matter what happens to them, they're always thankful. They're not so negative anymore. That is so refreshing. I love hanging around that person now. They're great. You see how easy it is for others to just leave it behind, not really concern themselves with it. That's where you're going today. Also, as the moon wanes, we can assess our situation. Do you see how it comes in phases? It's really simple. You just know what your value is. You practice that gratitude and continue to add to that value. You leave the past behind, which has been decreasing your value. And then when you look back at your day to day, you're going to be like, whoa, what a difference. Maybe I don't have such a case of the Mondays after all. Isn't that what we want? We just don't want Monday to be so terrible. Mondays can be terrible, right? First day of the week and we're like, oh my goodness, no. And even for me today, it's raining outside. I've got a closing shift and I got a car to go pick up from the shop because just had my oil. I'm having my oil changed today. Hopefully, I would be so thankful if it didn't rain on me on the way there because I gotta walk. It's only down the street. Don't worry, won't be too bad. Anyway, most important thing is practice gratitude today. Just whatever someone does for you, whatever you do for someone else, be sure to thank them. Even if it doesn't quite make sense. Watch what happens. Watch as you look back on the day and go, you know, today wasn't so bad. Today was actually alright. I think it's going to be a fantastic day. What about you? Want to approach it with that? You know how to you know how to practice it first? Thank the gods you woke up today. Some people didn't get that honor. But anyway, that's it for me today. I'll be drawing a card for Twitter and for High Notes. I hope you will catch me on at least one or the other. And I hope you enjoy the music. I know I do. Just remember, I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing that support that you do. Take care of yourselves and each other today. Practice a little gratitude. Always do what lights you up, and gratitude will light you up. And as always, shine on.